Another thing I want to get your take on, this has been overshadowed by the number of attacks that Mr. Trump himself renewed on Saturday over the weekend, including one where he has questioned whether Hillary Clinton is loyal to her husband. Take a listen to this.
Hillary Clinton's only loyalty is to her financial contributors and to herself. I don't even think she's loyal to Bill. You want to know the truth. And really, folks, really, why should she be, right? Why should she be? She has been a disaster. But here's a woman. She's supposed to fight all of these different things. And she can't make it 15 feet to her car. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. I have a winning temperament. But you know how they choose it? We have a winning temperament. Because our country doesn't win anymore. Now, she's got bad temperament. She could be crazy. She could actually be crazy.
Wow. I mean, okay. You could see that he was not paying attention to his teleprompter. A couple of things there, Nick and Leslie. One, going after Hillary Clinton, the first woman of a major party to be nominated for president of the United States because of what her husband did, and then suggesting that she may not be loyal to her husband with no proof. It's just what Hillary Clinton has said is that he's unhinged. This is an unhinged attack. This is somebody saying something that he has no proof of. And why would you say that?
It's sickening watching that. That was one of the. I don't think that will stick. I don't think it'll be a moment where we would look back at the campaign. But it's just appalling and gross to watch someone accuse someone of marital infidelity with no evidence, no reason, no cause. That's sick.
Leslie?
All of it was disgusting. There's just no way that's indefensible. I know how many times over the last almost year we've stood here and seen those kind of comments. They're so disparaging. They're so off point. If you want to talk about the inability to lead, poor judgment, any of those areas are fair game. But gender and those kind of issues, especially when it talks about personal relationships between a man and a woman in a marriage, is completely off base.
It almost seems, and this is as I think a lot of Americans are looking at this, when Hillary Clinton says that he doesn't have the temperament, and he is relitigating moments from the debate that happened over a week ago now, he's relitigating those things, talking about the temperament, tweeting at all hours of the night. What they're saying is that, look, if this man can be baited this way with just an attack on his ego, can you imagine what it's going to be like when he's going toe-to-toe with Vladimir Putin?
Right, I think you're raising exactly the concern. So we have already a very polarized electorate, right? And you have some folks that are deciding whether or not to turn out, what this looks like. And the 70% of this country feels we're in the wrong track. But do you want more of the same in that predictability or this unpredictability? We can deal with unpredictability and not knowing who your cabinet's going to be. But you don't want this kind of ridiculous nonsense of tweeting in the middle of the night and making these disparaging comments. That's not the kind of unpredictability voters are willing to accept.
Because, Leslie, when he's talking about things that Americans care about, for example, his position on trade, his position on immigration, whether or not you agree with it, there are some people who do agree with his positions on those subjects. He does well. The polls reflect that. Yeah. But when he talks about this stuff, I'm not sure in that audience, I think when he said that, it sounded to me like there was a mixed reaction from the crowd, and these are supporters.
Right. No, absolutely. It's indefensible. Everybody's going, oh my gosh, that's the same Donald Trump again. That's the frustrating part. That's the part that had a lot of establishment-based Republicans on the sidelines. And that's where you have a lot of women who are continuing to look at this campaign and saying he just can't grow up. He needs to get his campaign organized, take some leadership, and step into this role.